What's up everybody, welcome to MD Tech. On today's video, we'll be building a high-end Skylake based PC capable of 1440p gaming and even some 4K gaming on less demanding games. To achieve this, we'll be using one of the most powerful graphics cards currently available in the market, while also using one of the coolest cases out there in my opinion. So then, what do you say we cut this short and go straight to the components? First up, we have the i5 6600K. This Skylake processor is perfect for gaming with its 4-core, 4-thread, and let's not forget, it can easily be overclocked for extra performance. For this build, I'll be going with an air cooler. And what better option than the Cryorig R1 Ultimate? This is one of the best heatsinks out in the market, with the performance so good that it can even rival some liquid coolers. The motherboard will be an MSI Gaming M5. This has all the features you'd expect from a C170 board, such as great overclocking capabilities and support for M2 and USB 3.1. In order to use the R1 heatsink, it was necessary to use some low profile RAM, so I went with 16 gigs of DDR4 memory from Corsair. And now for the card I mentioned earlier, the EVGA GTX 980Ti, which has 6GB of memory, which is ideal for playing games at higher resolutions, and also offers great cooling that will really come in handy in case of overclocking. This 250GB Samsung Evo will be my main drive. I will also have 1TB mechanical hard drive for additional storage. Next up is this 650W modular power supply from Corsair. Finally, the stylish and versatile Phanteks Evolv ATX. This case has multiple expansion bays, supports just about any cooling system, and has enough room for up to 3 graphics cards. Okay then, now let's get started. My first step is going to be to install the CPU. First thing is, I have to open up the latch. Then I'm going to take my processor by the edges and drop it into the socket. There's no need to press down on the CPU once it's there, and closing up the latch will automatically make the plastic cover come right off. Next up is the RAM. And here you can see my 2 memory sticks. Let me start off by opening up the latches. Then I'll take my first memory stick. I'm going to align it with the slot. Then press down evenly on both sides until you hear a snap. Then I'll just do the same with the second RAM stick. And just like that, I have my CPU and RAM ready to go. Now I'll be moving on to the heatsink. I'm going to take my backplate and set it right on top of the box. Then I'm going to go grab my motherboard. I have to line the backplate with the motherboard's openings. Once they're in place, I'll have to secure them together using 4 standoffs. Now that I have my backplate in place, I'll be adding on 2 mounting bars that will be supporting my heatsink. And I'll secure those using some screw caps. We have one last step before we can mount the heatsink, and that's to add the thermal paste. I'm just going to place a small pea-sized amount right in the center. That should be enough. Now we're really ready to mount the heatsink. So let me set it over my processor. Now that I have it aligned correctly, all there is left to do is to tighten up these 2 screws on the heatsink. The first component to have the privilege of going inside the case is the power supply. This is going to go on the lower compartment of the case, and it is simply held in place using some screws. Up next is the I/O shield, and this may be one of the easiest steps of this whole build because all there is to do is to align it with the opening and then push it into place. With the I/O shield now installed, it's time to place my motherboard inside the case. So let me just go pick it up and align it with the I/O shield and mounting points. The next component to go inside the case will be the powerful GTX 980Ti. So let me begin by opening up the latch here. Let me grab my graphics card. Once inside the case, I'll have to align it with the PCI Express port. Then press down gently. The last components to go inside the case will be the storage drive. The SSD is going to go sideways in front of the case. Meanwhile, on the other side, the mechanical hard drive will go inside this caddy. I'll have to secure it, and this caddy makes it very simple. Once it's secured, I'll just have to slide the caddy back into the bay. Now that we're finished with all the components, we just need to plug in all the cables. But in order to keep this video from being too long, I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of all of them. First up, we have the data and power SATA cables going to this SSD. These same 2 cables are going to the mechanical hard drive on the other side. Here we have the front audio cable, one of the 4 fan cables, and the front panel cables. This GTX 980 Ti requires 6-pin and 8-pin power cable, which is great in case of overclocking. Hiding behind the graphics card, we have the USB 3.0 cable. Just above that, we'll find the 24-pin power cable. Finally, in this dark corner, we have the 8-pin power cable that will be powering up our CPU. Well everyone, to my surprise, this build turned out to be pretty quick and easy. But now the time has come to see if this PC is ready to power up. Well, it seems like I did a great job since the PC turned on the first try with no issues. I also went ahead and installed Windows 10, configured the BIOS, and did a small overclock to 4.4 GHz. Personally, some of the things I love most about this build is the awesome case. However, I was even happier with the air cooler, since I was debating going with an air or liquid cooler from the beginning. But after seeing the excellent temps I'm getting with the R1, I'm convinced I made a good decision. Okay then, the time has come for the real test, because all these bells and whistles won't matter if it performs poorly. So let's find out if this PC is capable of delivering a great 1440p gaming experience. And to do this, we'll be playing 4 of the latest and most demanding games currently out there. With that being said, it's time for me to take off. So as always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. If you liked the video, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to check out all the future builds we'll be having. Till next time.
Position!
Moving!
Quickly! He's up there! Kill every devil you see!
Let's go!
Hey, you don't see me driving here? Okay, fool!
You're
45, Strawberry Avenue.